welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well out there, and today we're going to head back to satanic territory. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. I greatly would appreciate that. Also, as always, a shameless plug for my TeePublic page. And also, we have a Zazzle store. And you might not even have ever heard of Zazzle, but they have a ton of different products. So if you like one of our designs, you can get it on there. Dozens and dozens of products they have over there. And they have very reasonable prices and reasonable shipping rates. So check that out. I'll leave a link in the description box below. Today, we're going to go back to the year of our Lord, 1990, for a movie called The First Power. Yes, The First Power came out April 6th of 1990. It's rated R. It's an hour and 38 minutes long. Had a budget of about $10 million, and upon release, it made 22. So it made a little bit of money. It was a little bit of a smaller size hit. And this film was written and directed by Robert Resnikoff. Now, he did a couple short films leading up to this, but after this film, he never directed a theatrical film ever again after this. And I don't know why. I think this film's pretty well handled, honestly. In this film, we have Lou Diamond Phillips, who's an actor I've always enjoyed when he shows up on screen. I wish we'd get more of him even now. He was on Longmire when Longmire was going. I loved Longmire, and I loved his character on Longmire. I miss Lou Diamond Phillips. I know he's still working, but I wish we'd see him pop up in more movies. I always enjoyed his performances. And he plays Russell Logan. He's a detective with the LAPD. We also got Tracy Griffith as Tess. She is this psychic that gets intertwined in this situation we're going to talk about. And Jeff Kolber plays Patrick Channing, and he is our Satanist who gets the first power and is able to manipulate bodies and take over bodies, possess bodies, especially weak people, like people that are addicted to drugs or alcoholics or have, they have an addiction. They're easier to control and easier to overtake. So he plays our Patrick Channing, our main bad guy in this film. And right at the beginning of the film, this film was all shot in LA, and you could tell it looks like LA. Logan's after this serial killer. The pentagram killer, and they're setting up this thing in this park, and they captured Channing, but Logan gets stabbed a bunch of times in the gut, and they're gonna execute Channing, give him the gas chamber. And he gets this call one night from this woman who says, "Don't give him the gas chamber." He's trying to warn him, and he says, "I'll see what I can do," but they end up gassing him anyway. Well, wouldn't you know it, Channing comes back and starts possessing bodies and starts murdering people, and he wants revenge on Logan. And Tess finally reveals herself. She's a psychic. Logan's not a believer, but pretty soon he becomes a believer. And basically, they got to find a way to stop him. And he has reached the first power. When they executed him, there's different power levels for Satan to give you certain powers. And now Channing has reached the first power. And the power of possession. That's the main one, and this is what he's able to do. And we get some really cool stunts, some really cool action scenes. It's really well acted. It's pretty well written as well. It's a pretty good, quick-moving film. And there's some layers there. We find out about Channing's childhood. They go to his house pretending to be reporters, Logan and Tess, and they find out that Channing's mother was abused by her father, or Channing's grandfather. So Channing didn't have a really great, happy childhood. And he used to hide out in this water treatment facility. And towards the end of the film, they get this nun involved who knows what's going on. And there's this dagger that could release Channing and stop him from being able to do this anymore. And our showdown takes place in these underground water treatment facility. And they take out Channing. And we kind of get a happy ending with Logan's in the hospital because he got injured, but Tess is by his side, and that's how the film ends, although it was set up for a sequel, which we never got, unfortunately, and that's the end of The First Power. What to like about this film? Well, like I already stated, the cast. I think Lou Diamond Phillips is great here. He was coming off of Young Guns in 88. He was in Disorganized Crime in 89, which is a cool little comedy with Ed O'Neill's in that and a bunch of other people. It's a really fun they shot that in Montana. And he was in Renegades in 89 with Kiefer Sutherland as well. This was after La Bamba, the success of La Bamba and all that stuff. So he was rising. His star was rising at this time. This is before Young Guns 2, obviously. And this was his chance for a starring role once again. And he handles it really well. And he throws himself into the action. He's a little reckless, but he wants his man. And he sells it here. Tracy Griffith as Tess is really well done. She's been retired for acting for some time now. I think she's an interior designer or something now. But she's good here as a psychic. And Jeff Kolber as Patrick Channing is great. He's creepy. He really sells it. And there are some fantastic stunts here. There's a stunt where Channing jumps off an 8-story building and lands and just keeps running. That was performed for real by a stuntman, and they did it with no special effects. He just went down on a wire, landed, and took off. It's really cool. A really cool stunt. There's some really cool car chases here, some gunplay, and there's some horror elements. So this is like an action horror movie with satanic cult elements in it. So it goes along with the theme of the last couple months of some of these satanic cult movies we've been going over. So yeah, I've always enjoyed this film, and if you want to watch it, I have it on DVD. There was a Blu-ray floating around. I don't know if it's still available, but if you want to watch it, it's on Tubi. That's how I watched it, and it looks like it got a remaster of some kind. It looked a lot better, obviously, than the old DVD. It's on Tubi right now. You can watch it for free. That's how I watched it again. I do have the DVD in my metal case, but Tubi, never change. We love you, Tubi. You're awesome. I just saw an article the other day about Tubi that they're the most people, more people use Tubi than any other streaming service. I thought it was pretty cool. At the end of the day, this is a really cool little satanic movie. The original title was called Transit. The studio Orion Pictures changed it to The First Power to let people know it's more of a supernatural movie. And the ending was different originally. They shot in a warehouse. It was a much more low-key ending, but they had a really successful test screening, so they gave them some more money, and they went back and shot the ending that's in the film now. But overall, I really like this film. It's not perfect. There's some cheesy elements in there, some goofy stuff, but overall, at the end of the day, I really like this film, and I would give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for The First Power. If you've ever seen or even heard of this film, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share this video. I greatly would appreciate that. I'll be back soon with some more reviews, but until next time, bye.